All right, we're going to start video number 2 for using the quadratic formula. This time we're going to get one real solution. Okay, so we're going to solve the quadratic using the quadratic formula and use a graphing calculator to check our solutions. So number 3 is 25x squared minus 20x equals -4. We need to get this in standard form, so we need to add 4 to both sides, and we get 25x squared minus 20x plus 4 equals 0. All right, we need to find our A, B's, and C's. So A is 25, B is -20, and C is 4. Reminder of that quadratic formula, -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And we're going to plug in our A, B, and C for this problem into the quadratic formula. And we get -20 plus or minus the square root of -20 squared minus 4 times 25 times 4 all over 2 times 25. All right, let's simplify this just a little bit. -20 makes a +20 plus or minus the square root of something all over 50. All right, now plug everything in under the square root into your calculator and you get 0. So now I have 20 plus or minus 0, which is nothing. So 20 is all that's left on top, over 50. And that simplifies to 2 over 5. So that means x equals 2 over 5. And there's only one solution because my radical turned into 0. All right, let's try this again. We're going to do number 4. We're still solving using the quadratic equation, the quadratic formula. And we're going to check our answers with the calculator. So number 4 is 4x squared plus 3x equals a -13x minus 16. So let's get it in standard form by adding 13x and 16 to both sides. And we get 4x squared plus 16x plus 16 equals 0. So our A, B, and C, A is 4, B is 16, C is 16. Remember that quadratic formula, -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Let's plug in our A, B, and C into that quadratic formula. So we get -16 plus or minus the square root of 16 squared minus 4 times 4 times 16 all over 2 times 4. All right, let's simplify this a bit. So negative times the 16 is -16 plus or minus the square root of something all over 8. All right, plug in everything under your radical into the calculator and we get 0 again. So -16 plus or minus 0 is nothing. So we have -16 over 8. And that simplifies to -2. Which means our x value for this quadratic equation is x equals -2. And again, you can graph this once you get it in standard form on your calculator. That's the only place it's going to touch the x-axis. All right, so now go to your practice, and you can do problems number 6, 9, and 16. And then